What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got another run today. We're going from Spokane, Washington all the way down to West Sacramento, California. But first, I need to get my morning routine started, so I'm going to take you guys along for that adventure. I feel much better after getting that shower. I even got myself some McDonald's. The only downside is I sliced my finger. Well, I got a band-aid on it, but I sliced my finger on the razor in my bag, which not even sure why I still have that in there. I haven't used it for 6 months, obviously. But now that I'm all cleaned up and everything, we're gonna get ready to head out. Just to recap from yesterday, I left Spokane and headed down to Richland there and got loaded. It's really light. I only have 6,900 pounds in here, and it was 4 pallets, something like that. But that took a couple hours. Once they got done, it was already pretty late. It was about 6 o'clock. So I decided to leave Richland and come over here to the Stanfield, Oregon pilot. And then, because I knew I'd have some parking, so got here last night, just kind of shut down and tried to go to bed, which we know how well that works out for me. Our end destination is West Sacramento, but for tonight I was planning on going to Weed, but that's about an 8-9 hour drive, which is probably going to put us around 5 to 6 o'clock by the time we stop for the night. So I might stop a little bit earlier, maybe in Klamath Falls or Bend. I'm not really sure, because I've never been on the 97 that takes you from Biggs Junction off the 84 down to, the 5 and Weed area. So this is going to be a new adventure for me, a new road, something I haven't been on. I'm going to stop at everything I can that looks interesting and take you guys along for the journey. Gonna get some fuel, gonna eat my breakfast, and then we're gonna get on the road. So let's start the time lapse. Alright, so we just stopped at this rest area on 97. It's probably about 70-80 miles past once we turned off the 84. It's pretty cool here. Have no idea what the name of it is or even actually where we are, but probably like 250-300 miles I think from Weed. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way there tonight, just because I'm going to stop at all these places and just check them out. I did see one of the places coming up might have some volcanic rock or something, but this place here is kind of cool. It reminds me of Flagstaff. It seems like it's just pretty hard ground, and then just some trees scattered about with some light ground covering. I mean, pretty cool. Wouldn't say it's the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's different. And then way out there, I don't know if you can see out there, there's some big mountain range. It's got to be pretty tall. It's still got snow on it. But I'm going to send the drone up here and just see what everything looks like around here. But overall, this is just a nice, relaxing place to stop. there's not really a whole lot to see here. I mean, it's just cool to kind of hang out. I thought there was going to be a little more to see, but nah. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Flagstaff, and I spent a lot of time just kind of hanging out, you know, by myself in the woods, just kind of thinking while I was up there. And it's kind of what's nice to do here. I mean, I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes just hanging out, not really checking out anything. And as you can see, this place got pretty busy in the last couple minutes. We got a bunch of RV people. I mean, it is Memorial Day weekend, so there's probably a lot of people traveling. I don't know. Cool to check out. Wouldn't put this on like a bucket list or anything to come out and see. Yeah, my 30-minute break's probably up. I'm gonna get on the road and keep going, so we'll set you back up on the time lapse. I stopped at this rest area here. I think it's called Beaver Marsh. I'd have to check the signs down there. I took pictures, but I already forgot. I was gonna stop at the Pilot, which is probably like 3-4 miles up the road, and I just didn't feel like it. Just a small town. And to be honest, I was like, I'm probably not gonna have good Wi-Fi for tonight. So I kept driving, and then when I saw this rest area, I was like, it's a good place to pull in, regroup, and I'll figure out where I want to stop for tonight, because that was gonna be my stop. So I got on Trucker Path and looked up. There is a travel center which is attached to like a casino, probably about 40 miles down the road, which isn't bad. But it was perfect, you know, to stop here and regroup. But this place is pretty cool. It's got a decent amount of parking out there. I mean, I'd probably say, you know, 15 spaces or so. Which, of course, you can't see anything because there's all the trees there. But it's nice and quiet here, and this reminds me even more of Flagstaff. This is a lot what I remember right outside the house that I lived at, and me and Hunter would go take Titus and go walk through the woods all the time, and this is pretty much what it was like. Probably just hang out here for a little bit and just enjoy nature. I'm not going to send the drone up because there's really not much to see. Once you get up there, all you see is trees down below. But after I'm done hanging out here, we'll get those 40 miles down to that travel center, get to the casino, and then hang out for the night. Alright, so that was a quick drive, you know, 45 minutes or so down the road to, we're down here at Crater Lake Junction Travel Center. There's a casino attached to this. The name I can't pronounce. This place is pretty cool. It's got a ton of pull-through spots here, and then it's got some dirt parking spots where I'm parked at because the reefer is going to be running all night, so I wanted to park away from everyone else, just so people don't complain and, you know, they can have a better night's sleep. I'll sleep just fine with it. But this place is just right in the middle of the woods. Everything is beautiful. There's a bunch of mountains around here. It is just spectacular. And there's just nobody here, which is awesome. I mean, I did read that Saturdays and Sundays, a lot of these places are pretty empty. But about 25 miles down the road is Klamath Falls. And the Pilot down there was already reporting busy around like, I don't know, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was like, yeah, park somewhere else and stay the night. You know, I don't get a shower tonight, but at least I get easy parking and hopefully it'll be quiet. But yeah, let's go eat some food, and then I will probably update you guys in the morning when I get ready to take off, because I'm still tired. I'm probably going to call early tonight, and I think that's going to happen. Good morning. Got a decent amount of sleep last night, probably about 7-8 hours, somewhere around there. I went to bed late, of course, but I didn't wake up till like 8:30. It's almost 9 right now. But last night, after I shut the camera off, I was going to go into the restaurant and get something nice, but I decided to go through the travel center, and I saw the taco place was closing down, and the guy had pre-made burritos. So I could tell that he really didn't want to do any extra work, because he was also running the chicken place next door and a little pizza place and stuff. I was like, just looked at it, I was like, hey, how much for that burrito? And he's like, $5. And I think they're normally like 10, so I'll take a $5 burrito any day long. And it wasn't bad, just chicken, some like cilantro lime rice, cheese, and beans, you know, all wrapped up. But it was a pretty fat burrito. Yeah, that was good. Not sure where we're gonna stop because it's so late. I might just have to power through so I can get parking, you know, in this afternoon. But who knows? We'll see. We're gonna get going and start the time lapse. Just stopped here at the Lakehead Rest area. It's pretty nice here. We're not too far from Redding, and probably about 30-40 miles south of Weed. It's just kind of in the trees and everything. I was really hoping to be closer to Shasta and see the lake, especially since it's been filling up. But I figured I'd pull over here, hang out for a little bit, and then get back on the road because there's not much to do here. I don't have any food to eat, but there's a lot of picnic benches, which is pretty cool. Traffic is pretty nuts right now with Memorial Day weekend. I mean, people are just passing me left and right, just making dumb decisions. Had a couple people almost go head on with other semis going the other way just because they couldn't wait, you know, a mile to get to the passing lane. But it is what it is. I'm just kind of hanging out and cruising. I have no need to be in a hurry, and if I don't get to where I want tonight in a reasonable time for parking, there's always reserve spots there, so I'll spend the $15, you know, to get a reserve spot. Or maybe I'll just stop earlier, depending on how it is. But right now, it looks like we're going to get there about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock, so it's not too bad. But kind of done with checking this area out, so let's get back on the road and start the time lapse. Finally made it here to the Pilot at Dunnigan. It was quite a drive today. There wasn't really a whole lot to stop at. I thought there was more viewpoints in Shasta, but I guess not. But overall driving today was pretty terrible. Just so many idiots on the road. Just people are driving slow, they're cutting you off. Like an RV more specifically, would go around me because I was going too slow, get in front of me, then slow down. Then other semis would go around me and go around them, and as soon as another semi was going around them, they would speed up again. Just this cycle repeated over and over and over. Just so many idiots today. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Not a whole lot happened, and there wasn't much to film, so I'm gonna end off the rest of my birthday just kind of enjoying it and chilling. Could have used a few more hours of sleep, but woke up at 4:45 and then went ahead and got ready, did my pre-trip, and was on the road by about 5:10, 5:15. Took the 5 south for about 30 miles or so, just a nice cruise, and then got on the 80 west, and then I think that took me to the 50, and then I was in West Sacramento, so I arrived at the shipper and got buzzed in the gate, and thankfully there was an easy spot to park at. Once I got back in, I took my paperwork to the office, and by the time I came back from the office, they had already finished unloading me, or were pretty much finished. I just had to sit there and wait for paperwork for probably like an hour and a half or something, and you know, they got to count everything and make sure it's good after they unload it. But yeah, that was pretty simple. Got back up here, was glad that this was early in the morning, because as I was leaving, the 80 west into going towards San Francisco was completely backed up all the way past the 5. Like it was nuts. So glad I got in and out quick. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Appreciate you guys watching, and thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you in the next one. There you go.
That worked way better than I thought it was going to.